Hey, let's do your energy check-in. All right, it's been a minute. I have been having life experiences, but it is all gravy, baby. Okay, let's go ahead and see what our energy is. I know it's the ending of the week, but that's okay. It's always a perfect time to do an energy check-in. I'm feeling like that there may have been a little bit of stagnation, a couple of little hiccups, some things that maybe have taken you off of your schedule or off of your path, kind of just jumped in your way a little bit, off centered you just a little bit, and now you're realizing, hey, I got this. I need to get back on my grind, or get back on my schedule, or get back into the just get back into things, jump back in, have a great attitude about moving forward. So I feel like it's just a new, like it's a burst of energy, of creativity, of inspiration. It's coming back. It kind of tried to throw you off for a little bit, but it's back, okay? So that's what I'm feeling right now, seeing that Blossoming Abundance card underneath the deck. All right, let's see. Can you please tell me the collective energy, please? Angel of Balance. There we go. So things coming back into alignment. Okay, the Door to Spirit in reverse and the Journey card. All right, so I think that's exactly financial constraints underneath. Interesting, because I don't feel that at all. I feel like there's an end coming to that. And we're going to clarify each of these cards just because we can. All right. What I feel like is the Angel of Balance. Things have probably been off kilter, or things have been a little bit out of whack for a sense. And you're just taking the time to get yourself together. You're taking the time to just breathe a little bit. Look at what you've got going on. Look at your affairs and say, do I have my things in order? And you're taking your time in doing it. You're not rushing yourself, and you're not allowing anyone else to rush you. You're saying, hey, I need to sit back for a minute and listen to spirit. Allow my intuition to guide me. I think maybe for a minute there you were on autopilot, and you may not have been listening to your intuition as much. You may not have been paying attention to what it is that spirit or universe was trying to guide you towards, or give you hints on. So now you're realizing, hey, I need to slow down, pay attention, and come back into connection with self, come back into connection with spirit, come back into connection with my inner knowing. Okay. The journey is still moving forward. You're still moving forward on your journey. You stopped for a second and you kind of went back and you were doing some things over there, but don't forget that you still want to make progress forward. You want to use that energy to guide you still to move forward towards the goals that you had set maybe a couple of weeks ago. Okay. So stay forward on that. I am seeing the financial constraints underneath the bottom of the deck. But I think what has happened is, because while you were on that autopilot, there were things that were happening that kind of made you feel constricted in areas where you might have wanted to spend your money on a trip, but had to spend it on this instead. Or you had to, buy some new tires instead of getting the new shoes, or you needed new shoes for your car instead of for yourself. But whatever the case may be, you may not have been able to spend the money the way that you desired to spend it. And that's what I'm feeling with financial constraints. Not that you're going to be broke. Now, for those of you out there who may be suffering a little bit of financial constraint, a little bit of, I feel like that's going to be alleviated. And I feel like it's going to be alleviated because you are now about to take more action towards going towards the goals that you had set before. Okay, so I think doing that is going to free up. You're going to have more creativity, more ideas. Tell me why that Angel of Balance is here, please. You're going to have more creativity and more ideas. Yeah, there might be some constraints, but that doesn't mean that there isn't anything, right? So remember that there are still things there are still blessings that you have in your life. You may only have 2 pennies to rub, but you got 2 pennies, okay? So try to look at the bright side of everything, but I do feel like there's a moment of where you kind of just felt like you weren't being able to use the money for what you wanted to use it for. Okay, the Angel of Balance is being clarified by the Strength card, which says just hold on, continue to move forward, forge forward. See that? Going on that journey, okay? No longer looking back, continuing to go and take progress. It is going to take some strength because things were a little bit wonky, I suppose. They were a little bit out of whack. They were a little bit nerve-wracking, a little bit scary. Things like that. There's a little bit of unsurety at some times, and you're realizing that you do have the power and the strength and the knowledge to move forward. You're being encouraged to maintain that. Tell me why the Door to Spirit is here. That is the King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. The door to spirit in reverse is being clarified by the King of Pentacles in reverse. I don't normally use reversals in this deck, but what I'm feeling for this is that you just weren't listening, and that you didn't take the path that was most you weren't listening, and you didn't take the path that was most prosperous for you. Okay, so remember, the King of Pentacles, he always starts off a little slow as the Knight of Pentacles, but he's slow and sure and steady through his whole time, and he is going to be financially stable. He is going to be steady. He's going to be prosperous. He's going to be secure, not just financially, but just in life. Okay, with him in the reverse, it just means, with spirit and the door to spirit being in reverse, it's just that you just weren't listening to what the best. Whoever Beth is out there, girl, you got this. Move forward. Don't be afraid. Rock that interview, okay? Whoever Beth is. All right, so this here just says that you weren't listening, and you didn't take the steps towards the path that was best for you. And so as a result, you may have missed out or had to spend your coins a little bit differently than the way you wanted to, okay? So just now you're paying attention. You're going to be more wiser. You're connecting back into spirit and connecting into your inner self, and you're going to see that turn around, okay? The Journey card, please. Tell me why the Journey card is here. Journey card. This even applies for me as well. I mean, I haven't been posting like I normally do. Just had some things going on in my life, but finding a way now to be more to find a way to do what I love and still take care of my responsibilities. Okay, the Journey card is being clarified by the Seven of Wands and the Eight of Wands, both in reverse. Okay, that's a good thing. It's time for you to let your guard down and allow things to flow to you. Okay, before you were just, like I said, you were on autopilot. You kind of were doing what you needed to do, like, bow, I'm gonna block this, bow, I'm gonna take care of this, boom, you ain't finna talk to me that way. It's all these things that you were just kind of doing, and you weren't really taking the time to maybe sit still and listen to your intuition, to really feel what it is that you wanted to do, or where you wanted to go, or where you maybe needed to go. You were just kind of moving in response to things. So you definitely, I kind of felt like, went on your path instead of the path that was intended for you. So in other words, you kind of did your own thing, and you veered off a little bit. You're getting back on that now. You're getting back on your path. The Eight of Wands says things were starting to flow and wanting to flow to you. Communication. That communication could been from spirit where you weren't paying attention, or it could have been from other avenues where things were trying to come in, but because you were set on your own agenda, because you could only see things from your point of view, or because you thought you could only take care of it and only you didn't necessarily allow for spirit to come in and handle some of those problems. You're releasing that, and you're allowing that to come in now. You're putting down your guard. You're opening up your lines of communication. You're opening up yourself, and you're re-establishing yourself back on the path that you intended for. And allowing the good news, allowing the ideas, the creativity, allowing all of that again to flow back to you. Okay? Let's see why financial constraints is here. And a financial constraints, the Queen of Cups. I feel like that's that energy of I don't feel like you're really going to stay. If there has been some tight hold or closed fist with your money, I do feel like that's going to change. You're coming back into a Queen of Cups energy where you're free flowing, not only with your emotions and your ideas, but there's just love coming in, and there's this change in your vibration, a change in your vibe, and that is going to allow your cup to begin, for you to share your cup and for others to put things into your cup, okay? Whether that be love, money, time, effort, energy, however you're in a receiving mode now. You are ready to receive. And so more blessings to you. I hope that it comes in. I've missed doing this. I've missed connecting with you guys. I hope to see you again soon. Leave me some messages below. Tell me what's been going on with you, and we'll talk again soon.